Hey guys, Chris with Token Vaping, associated with Cloud9 Vape Shops. I am going to be doing a review today on a company called Appetit Vapours. I almost feel like I should have some kind of an accent with this. Like, every time I see this, I keep thinking of the chef from A Little Mermaid. I'm not even going to bother you with even trying to do a poor attempt at it, but that's what I think of. I almost kind of feel like I should have had like an actual chef's hat to kind of do this. These guys are based out of Norwalk, California. You can check them out at Bon Appetit Vapours. It's VAPOURS.com, or you can reach them at bonappetitvapors@gmail.com. They're also on Instagram and Facebook, so definitely hit them up for a follow and a like. There is 6 bottles in the total set. They do have a full flavor menu, and they do offer, which more and more companies are actually involving this more, but they do offer an actual sample set to businesses and people like myself that are fortunate enough that, you know, they are gracious enough to send some out. This is what their flavor menu looks like that they send. Now, I don't know if it was just a flavor that got added at the end, or maybe if it was just the way that this is set up. However, there's 5 flavors here, but there's 6 flavors total. So I'm going to assume that a flavor may have gotten added on, and it just was a difference. But this is the one that is not on the flavor menu. It's a strawberry banana smoothie, which, by the way, is actually really, really tasty. They do offer the sample sets, like I said, on the website to get all 6. They did drop the price on them. It was originally, I believe, $77, but they did drop it down to $55. So for a full set of 6, that's actually a really good deal. Considering that their 15 milliliter bottles are $12.99, their 30 ml bottles are $20, and their 120 ml bottles are $70. So, you know, getting all 6, even if you don't like 1 or 2 of the flavors, you know, I'm sure you know somebody who does, you know, getting all 6 is definitely a bargain. They do offer 5 different nic levels. It's a 0, a 3, a 6, a 12, and an 18. So there is quite a bit of a range there for, you know, people to find a flavor with a nic level that they're comfortable with. Now, most of the flavors are pretty much what you would expect as far as from, you know, a company called Bon Appetit Vapours. You're going to expect some kind of, I don't want to say complicated flavor, but you're going to expect something beyond like a standard strawberry or blueberry or just a single flavor type like that. They do offer 6. Now, before I go any further, I do want to show you, they do come with the safety seal. Normally I don't leave these on. This one, unfortunately, I probably won't use. I do know somebody who will, though, but and he is a shop owner, so if he likes this one, maybe I can get him to pick up the line and try you guys out. So, Bon Appetit Vapours, I will do what I can. But this flavor here is smooth tobacco. Now, most of you people who know me, follow me, are on Instagram with me, things like that, I can't do tobacco flavors. I try to completely stay away from them because that's one of the reasons why I quit smoking. So, unfortunately, this one I did not try. But it's actually, I'm kind of glad I didn't, just because so you can see the seal, and it is untouched. So if you ever do get a bottle, doesn't matter if it's these guys, anybody, if you ever get a bottle and that seal, if it's supposed to be there and it's broken, please do not use it. The vaping community as a whole, we try to promote safety and you know, high quality first and foremost. So if you come across a seal that is busted, ripped, torn, looks like somebody's been sitting here going like this with it and trying to like pop it open so it's frayed out and sticking, don't trust it. But it does come with the child safety cap. It does come with the safety seal. There is their label, which, I mean, it fits their logo. You know, it's Bon Appetit Vapours, so you expect to see a chef with the serving tray, as my bottle keeps drifting off the screen. There is the ratio right there. It is a 60-40. label, and then you have your nic levels there. The warning label, also the ingredients are on the bottom as well. They do use locally sourced, as most companies are trying to stay with, and like I said, it is a 60-40, so if you do drip, it is a bit thinner than what a lot of drippers tend to prefer. But so unfortunately at the moment I don't have a tank to try it on just to see if there is a huge flavor difference. I don't believe, I mean, I'm sure there is a little bit, but I don't think the flavor is going to drastically change. So the 6 flavors that they offer, as I said, with the exception of the strawberry banana smoothie, which is not on the flavor menu, or at least the one that I received. However, it's a strawberry banana smoothie, and yes, it does taste exactly like a strawberry banana smoothie. The other 5 flavors that they offer is smooth tobacco, which is basically just a blended tobacco. It's supposed to have a smooth desert taste, which basically is just supposed to give you the feel of, you know, a mild tobacco flavor. I don't believe it's meant to be a harsh tobacco, like you're actually smoking a cigar or a cigarette or something like that. Peach custard, which is basically a flavorful peach with the exhale of a creamy custard. Now, that one, when I tried it, I definitely got the peach taste. I did, and the custard was on the exhale. My only thing with the flavor itself, unfortunately, I didn't get a fluid complete combination of it. It wasn't like an inhale the peach and then as you're vaping it, it turns into the custard for the exhale. It literally kind of felt like it was separate. Like when you inhale it, that's the peach, and then just boom, straight goes to the custard for the exhale. So again, I know I'm not an expert on this, so I know when it comes to mixing flavors and making various styles like this, I know it's not easy. I know that's why they have experts that do this. I know that's why that they, you know, take the time to put in the effort and the workmanship to put them in, make them in high quality rooms to make sure that the flavor is as rich and as high quality as it can be. So I obviously, you know, you're not going to always find perfect flavor for everybody. It was still good, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it made it taste bad. I kind of figured it was going to have more of a fluid mix. Like their key lime pie is basically just a straight key lime pie. However, it's more of a creamy key lime all the way through. Like you get that tang of the lime on the inhale as it melds into the custard. So it's almost like as soon as you take that first bite of a key lime pie, obviously you're going to taste the lime, but then as you're chewing it, you get into the pie part, which is what the flavor does here. That I thought was pretty cool. The cinnamon Danish swirl is basically just a cinnamon Danish. The difference in this one than other ones that I've tried is there are a few that I've tried that are supposed to emulate that fresh out of the oven taste. I don't eat a whole lot of them, so I mean I'm the last person that's gonna be able to tell you like how perfect it was. But the really weird part about their cinnamon Danish swirl is when you vape it, because most of the time when you vape, obviously the vapor is cooler, but when you vape it, you actually kind of get that warm taste to it. I mean, I've never actually had one like literally right as it came out of the oven, and then as it's cooling I eat it, so you get the warmth of it. But their Danish swirl flavor, it really did have, after a couple of vapes of it, it really did have a kind of a warm taste to it, which I thought was actually kind of impressive. Again, not sure if it was intended or not, but if it was, good job on that one. And then the last one, I kind of did save it for last. I will admit I am guilty of that one, and this is strawberry cheesecake. Now everybody knows that's my go-to flavor. That's my #1 flavor. That is my favorite flavor above anything else, especially when it comes to dessert style flavors. I have had some that had a bit of a stronger taste to it. I've had some that had a weaker taste to it. This strawberry cheesecake, you know, it wasn't a knock my socks off. However, I definitely could vape this one. It was a very solid flavor. It tastes the way it's supposed to. My preference for it, I just wish it would have had a little more of a kick to it. This particular version for me just seemed a little more mellow, and maybe that was their intent. Maybe they weren't trying to make a bunch of flavors that are going to basically pop you in the face and then just disappear. So after you vape it a couple of times, maybe you get too used to it and then it doesn't have that taste. However, it still is one of the better ones that I have tried. It does have a very mellow, subtle mixture of the strawberry cheesecake, so you don't specifically taste one or the other, whether it's the inhale, exhale, or the middle of the vape. It's actually pretty nice to smoothly fluid all the way through. That I really like when it comes to strawberry cheesecake. Whenever I do actually eat the real thing, I always try to get as equal parts of everything through it as I eat it, just because I don't like it one-sided. This one actually is one that I could definitely all day vape. I have had a few versions of it where the strawberry was a bit stronger than to me that it should have been, to where it gets really sweet really fast, so then you kind of have to back off of it a little bit so that you don't sweet yourself out on it. Other ones are supposed to be a strawberry cheesecake, and the strawberry isn't as strong, so you get all cheesecake, which if anybody's ever had just straight cheesecake after one plain slice, it does get a bit rich. Again, like I said, this one had a very nice mellow mixture of the two. I would have liked it to have it a little more of a kick to it, but this one, hands down, my favorite out of the set. A solid line. Again, like I said, with the exception of the tobacco one, I enjoyed all of them. My choice would be the cheesecake, just because it's my go-to choice. But overall, it was still, compared to the rest of them, it was the most, I would say, the most combined flavor total, and it had the most mellow overall flavor, so that it was enough to where you get flavor out of it, but it wasn't too much to where you couldn't vape it all day. Again, it is a 60-40 ratio, so for people who prefer the clouds, who prefer the higher VG, it may not be your first choice, just because most vapors that I know of that prefer the clouds don't really use tanks a whole lot. I'm still kind of in between the both. I still like using a tank every so often, just because it's easier. I don't have to drip every so often, especially when I'm driving. But I still do like using both. Like I said, unfortunately at the moment I don't have a tank on me to have tested out with it. But again, if you are more of a cloud chaser, having it a little bit higher in the PG may not be for you. People that are more flavor, this probably definitely will hit your palate a bit better. Either way, it's not a bad choice as far as as needing something to vape, especially if you're looking for something different. I won't say the flavors are different than what's out there, because again, strawberry cheesecake is not that unique of a flavor. However, it is different when you find companies that make them differently. So the flavor itself may not be unique, but how different companies portray that flavor is what's different. So since it is higher, I normally go at a 56. I'm going to take it down to 50, just so for the sake of the video it doesn't keep popping too loud, or that it doesn't get distracting to some people. But it is the strawberry cheesecake. See, now don't get me wrong, that's still a very nice cloud production on that. It's just a lot of vapors that I regularly deal with or talk to, they vape higher than I do. So at a higher level, it's definitely going to be popping a lot, because it's not as thick as what they're used to. Flavor-wise, it's definitely there. Like I said, you do get the strawberry cheesecake. Again, my preference, I wish it might have been just a little more, but I'm glad that they didn't go all out and end up going overboard with it to where you can't vape it too much. It's just enough that it makes me want to vape it, so I get a little bit more of the flavor out of it. So this is definitely one that I could definitely vape all day. So good job on that, Bon Appetit. Again, overall, very solid line. You know, the flavors are all on point. Some have a little bit more of a kick to it than others. And like I said, you know, with the exception of the peach custard, which for me at least, it just seemed a little too separated, and not enough of a mix like the cheesecake or the key lime pie. They're all pretty smooth. They're all pretty mellow. No throat kick to any of them that I've tried. You know, nothing about them that is where you look at it going, wow, what was that? Like that, and then you sit there going, okay, should I vape it again? And I have come across a few like that. So this, again, very solid line, well done. The packaging is pretty decent. You know, it does have a cutesy little look, but not cutesy in a kid way. It is enough to catch your attention, which is cool. But again, you can reach them at Bon Appetit Vapours. That's VAPOURS.com. Reach out to them at bonappetit.vapours@gmail.com if you're interested. If you're a shop and you're interested in trying a sample set from them. If you have a shop that doesn't carry their line and you're interested in having them try it, by all means have them reach out and contact them. They are on Instagram and Facebook, so follow them and like them, check them out. Guys, again, Chris with Token Vaping, associated with Cloud9 Vape Shop. I continuously am blessed to be able to continue doing stuff like this. All the different companies that are willing and giving me the most blessed of opportunities to say, hey, you know what? Go ahead, do a review for us, like Bon Appetit Vapours. I hope that I do their brand justice. I try to be as honest and unbiased as possible. I just want to help the vaping community as a whole, so that, you know, all that ends up being out there is high quality, high-end products. You know, so many companies nowadays are now making sure that they're following all the quality standards that, you know, are set by good manufacturing processes and the FDA and the ISO 8 clean rooms and things like that, and that's awesome. You know, the last thing with everything else going on, the last thing vapors need to worry about is making sure that what they're vaping on is junk juice. And I am so grateful and so blessed to be able to find so many companies that are willing to take that extra step to ensure the quality of their product, that are giving me that most blessed opportunity to be able to review it and let you as a community know, you know what, this is a really good product. Definitely give it a shot. So again, guys, tokenvaping@gmail.com, Facebook, Instagram, subscribe, follow, like me. Any product out there that you guys are interested in, even if you're just like, hey, my shop doesn't carry this, is there a way that you might be able to reach out to them or get a sample, let me know what it tastes like, or help me out and, you know, have you tried this brand, let me know what it tastes like. I would be more than willing to help in any way that I can. Anything that I can do to help put a more positive spin, a more positive vibe on the vaping community, I will absolutely do without question. I believe very much in this. I support this 100%. I want to do as much as I can possibly to help make that spread out and make it work like that for everybody. So guys, again, I thank you so very much. Until next time, Chris with Token Vaping, associated with Cloud9 Vape Shop. Vape on.